Hello everyone, and welcome to another tutorial with Zenphi. Today I'm here to present a use case that I'm sure many of you are going to find extremely helpful. We're going to be extracting information from an email body to be able to generate a Google Calendar event. So let's say you receive an email every single time someone books a demo meeting. We're essentially going to be extracting the information from here to be able to create a Google Calendar event. So let's say we want to create the meeting link for the demo. We can set this up, be able to add it at the time that they selected, be able to invite the user, etc. The first step to any Zenphi flow is to set up your trigger, which is the action that starts your flow. So for this example, it's going to start whenever an email arrives into our selected inbox. To do that, we're going to select the Gmail trigger. Simply set up your connection by clicking on the plus icon, and then all you have to do is click on authorize. Your connection can be private or shared. You'll see your email here once it has been correctly set up. Now, let's say that all of the emails that come in for your demo meeting bookings always have the same subject. What you could do is enable conditional run to be able to say flow run executions, and you can set up when you want it to run. So let's say when the subject starts with certain words, for example, new demo booking. So you can play around with this to make sure that you're saving flow runs and it only runs when you actually want it to. Once we have that, we're going to go ahead and extract the information from the email. Now for this example, I'm using generate text with Gemini, meaning we're going to be using Gemini's AI. However, there's different ways that you can extract the information. We also have regex that you can use. We have recently implemented AI into regex, so it's easier than ever to be able to use regular expressions. So feel free to use whatever you prefer to be able to extract the data. Make sure to set up your system instructions and the prompts so that it knows exactly how it should respond and what you want it to extract. For this example, I have also indicated the format I want the date to be in, and the reason for that is because I will be converting it to a date in a couple of steps. Make sure at the bottom we enable output in JSON, which we will then parse using our convert JSON to object action. So once you have your sample schema, you'll have something like this, which will allow you to be able to see each one of the fields individually, and you can use them, for example, for your demo meeting calendar event in the future. Now, like mentioned, I'm going to be converting the date to a date time format. So to do that, I'm using convert to date time. And now to actually be able to set up the meeting, I need to make sure that the date is in date format. So to do that, I'm using convert to date time. I'm going to be converting the date that we parse, so it would come from here. And then in the format, I have to make sure that I select the one that I have indicated in the AI prompt. That way it knows exactly what it should be converting. And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and create the event. So we're going to be using the create event action. Simply set up your connection. You can select your calendar here, and then you can change the subject, the description, the location. So I'm using information that we parsed. Down at the bottom in attendees, I'm going to add the email of the user who set up the meeting. And then in start time, here we're going to make sure we add the date that we just converted. So we'll take that as a start time, and then you can set up however long your demos are usually booked. So whether it be 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. Now, however, if you want to take it one step further, let's say you're the Google admin for your organization, we have the same create calendar event action, however, for Google admins. This is going to allow you to be able to create calendar events on other people's calendars. So if you want to be able to run this process to be able to add bookings for other people's calendars, not just your own, you can use this calendar action, which is going to allow you to have more functionality. So as you can see here, you can indicate which user should be assigned the calendar. You can select one of their calendars, and it also gives you the option to be able to add a Google Meet link. So if you want to automate the process of adding that link, you can do that as well. Now let's go ahead and do a test run. As you can see, it's extracting the data using Gemini. And now if I look at my calendar, I can see that I have a meeting on Tuesday, June 10th at 2 p.m. for 30 minutes. It has added the user that I had in the email as a guest. It also added the extracted use case in the description, and it also added their name in the title of the event. So as you can see, super simple. This can really speed up your booking processes, and you can take it one step further if you use the Google admin action. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them down in the comment section, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.